Welcome back. Vancouver is constantly ranked as one of the most beautiful cities in the world. If you're coming to Vancouver before or after your cruise, I've got some really good news. There's actually a surprisingly large number of things you can do here, absolutely free. And I'm not just talking about walking around looking at scenery. We're talking about free Wi-Fi, free concerts, free festivals, free fireworks, free art, free beaches, a free guided walking tour, and even a free suspension bridge. So whether you've got a few hours before boarding your ship at Canada Place, you're spending a couple of days in Vancouver before your cruise, or you've just stepped off the ship and have time before your flight home, here are my 20 free things to do in Vancouver. So let's get started with what could save you some money the minute you arrive. Free Wi-Fi. Before you turn on expensive international roaming, look for VanWiFi. Vancouver has hundreds of free public Wi-Fi locations in our city. You'll find them at libraries, community centers, and other public facilities. For international cruise passengers, this can be very useful. You can check Google Maps, message your family, book a flight, check your cruise information, or figure out what you're doing next without burning through your roaming data. So remember that name, #VanWiFi. Number 2, take a completely free walking tour. Yes, Toonie Tours does a free walking tour, and it's perfect for cruise passengers. Toonie Tours offers a free guided walking tour right around the ship in Vancouver. And here's the best part. It literally leaves from where you get off the cruise ship. The walking tour takes you through downtown Vancouver with a local guide introducing you to the history of the city, architecture, and some of the best known landmarks. You'll see areas like Gastown, the famous steam clock, other downtown sites, while also getting recommendations from a local about where to eat and what to see. Now, there's something important to understand. This is known as a free or tip-based walking tour. So no, you do not purchase a ticket up front. At the end, you can decide whether you'd like to give your tour guide a little tip. So while I wouldn't suggest taking a 3-hour tour and walking away without a small tip, it is a fantastic and very affordable way to get introduced to Vancouver. And for a cruise passenger, you couldn't ask for a more convenient starting point. Number 3, cross the free Lynn Canyon suspension bridge. You've probably heard of Vancouver's famous Kitsilano suspension bridge. It's spectacular, but it's expensive and very crowded. However, there is another suspension bridge a short distance away in the North Shore, and that one is completely free. The Lynn Canyon Suspension Bridge crosses high above Lynn Canyon Creek. It's a beautiful forest setting. There's no admission fee to charge that bridge and explore Lynn Canyon Park. It's one of my favorite parks in the city. You'll find hiking trails, waterfalls, enormous trees, and beautiful scenery. Lynn Canyon is in North Vancouver, so you'll need transportation to get there, but if you've got half a day or more before your cruise, it's a great way to experience the forests of British Columbia without paying the admission price of some of the better known attractions. Just remember, this is a natural walk in the forest over steep terrain in parts, if you wish, so wear appropriate footwear. Number 4, the Vancouver Symphony Orchestra in the park is free. That's something you might not expect, but during the summer months, you might be in port on a day when Vancouver Symphony Orchestra is playing absolutely free. The annual Symphony at Sunset is a major outdoor concert where thousands of people bring blankets and chairs and listen to the Vancouver Symphony Orchestra perform outside live. If you're cruising during the summer, check out the Vancouver events calendar before you arrive, and I've added that link in the description below. Your Vancouver stay might happen to coincide with a concert, and hearing a professional symphony orchestra outdoors in Vancouver for free is a pretty great bonus to your cruise vacation. Number 5, free concerts in Kitsilano Showboat. The Symphony isn't the only place to find free music. The Kitsilano Showboat has been providing free outdoor summer entertainment for generations. Depending on the night, you might find singers, bands, dance groups, or a multicultural performance. And the location is fantastic. It's right in English Bay with a beautiful view of the mountains nearby. So if you're spending a night in Vancouver before your cruise, check out the summer schedule. You might have your evening's entertainment taken care of for absolutely nothing. Number 6, watch free fireworks. Vancouver hosts spectacular fireworks in English Bay in the summer months, and you don't need an expensive ticket to watch them. There are public viewing areas around English Bay, Sunset Beach, and other locations where thousands of people gather to watch the fireworks over the water. Premium viewing areas cost money, but watching from public areas is completely free. If you're lucky enough to be in Vancouver on a fireworks night, this could be the highlight of your visit. Number 7, watch a free outdoor movie. During the summer, keep an eye out for free outdoor movie nights around Vancouver. Imagine spending the day sightseeing, grabbing some dinner, and then sitting outside on a warm Vancouver evening watching a movie under the stars. Locations and dates change, so search for Vancouver outdoor movies alongside the dates of your trip. For someone staying overnight before a cruise, it's a great free evening activity. Number 8, find a free festival or street party. Summer is festival season in Vancouver, and depending on when you're here, you may find cultural celebrations, street festivals, neighborhood events, live performances, and special outdoor programming. And some festivals have paid components, but many offer plenty of entertainment that doesn't require a ticket. So before you arrive, do one simple search, free Vancouver events, plus a date that you're going to be here. You might discover something happening that you would never have known otherwise. Number 9, Gastown. Walk Gastown for free. One of Vancouver's most famous and first neighborhoods is just a short walk from Canada Place Cruise Terminal, Gastown. Just come out from the cruise ship and walk down the street and you'll be in Gastown. Walk along the historic Water Street, explore the old brick buildings, and visit Vancouver's famous steam clock. Every quarter hour, crowds gather around to hear it whistle. During the summer, you can also find special events, pedestrian programming, and street entertainment in the neighborhood. It's one of the easiest free places to explore, and if you only have a few hours before boarding your cruise, this is the place to go. Number 11, create your own free public art tour. You don't even need to go inside a gallery to see the art in Vancouver. There's public art all over the city. One of the easiest pieces for cruise passengers to find is the giant pixelated digital orca by Canadian artist Douglas Copeland. It's located beside the Vancouver Convention Centre, just minutes from Canada Place. Around downtown, you'll find sculptures, murals, and other installations. Use your phone to find them, and you've essentially created your own free Vancouver tour. Number 12, visit Vancouver Central Library for free. It is so beautiful inside. It surprises a lot of visitors. The Vancouver Public Library Central Branch is actually really worth seeing. The architecture resembles a modern Roman Colosseum, and the building has multiple levels, public art, places to relax, rooftop garden, and yes, there's free Wi-Fi. And several library locations have phone charging facilities as well. So if you've been sightseeing all day and your phone is dying, the library can be an extremely useful stop. Number 13, explore Stanley Park for free. You can't really go to Vancouver and not go see Stanley Park. Of course, we have to include it in our schedule here. Vancouver Stanley Park is free to enter. And there's a lot more here than simply going for a walk. Go check out the totem poles, Brockton Point, the Rose Garden, the forest trails, the Lionsgate Bridge, the beaches, and there's actually a secret lake right in the center of Stanley Park. So go find the secret lake as well. From Canada Place, you can reach the park by following the waterfront through Cole Harbour on foot. Number 14. Spend the day at a free beach. Vancouver has some fantastic beaches that you don't have to pay admission to see. There's English Bay, Kitsilano Beach, Jericho Beach, and Spanish Banks, just to name a few. English Bay is particularly convenient from the port. Number 15, visit the free gardens. You don't have to pay admission to enjoy some beautiful gardens in Vancouver. Stanley Park has its rose garden, but Queen Elizabeth Park has extensive landscaped areas that are free to explore. It is also the highest point in Vancouver, giving it beautiful views towards downtown and the North Shore Mountains. Number 16, explore Granville Island for free. Another one of Vancouver's most popular destinations is Granville Island. There's no admission charge to visit the market. You can explore the market, browse shops, galleries, walk along the waterfront, and you can often watch music buskers and street performers. Now, I'm calling it Granville Island free, but I'm not claiming you can walk through the public market and not sample all that food. It's so tasty. Number 17, visit Vancouver's Olympic Cauldron. That's an easy one if you're short on time. Vancouver hosted the 2010 Winter Olympics, and the beautiful Olympic Cauldron remains at Jack Pool Plaza, and it's completely free to visit. Number 18, free water parks for kids. If you're traveling with children during the warmer months, Vancouver has a free outdoor spray park and water play area. They're located in parks throughout the city. Obviously, I wouldn't travel halfway across Vancouver to find a spray park, but if you're already near one, on a hot summer day, it's a great way for younger kids to cool off and burn some energy. Number 19, find free parking. Now, that's not something you'll hear very often, but there is actually some free parking. It does exist, but there's a big warning attached to this. Parking regulations vary depending on the location, the season, the day, and the time. There are community facilities where patrons receive limited free parking. So check out the City of Vancouver information. And number 20 is watch Vancouver Harbour for free. One of my favorite things to do in Vancouver doesn't have an admission gate, a ticket booth, or even an official name. Just find a spot near the cruise ship in Vancouver Harbour and just watch. You'll see enormous cruise ships arriving and departing, float planes taking off and landing, helicopters, tugboats, ferries, and container ships. And behind it all are the North Shore Mountains. Canada Place and Jack Pool Plaza are perfect places to this. Grab a coffee. Okay, the coffee isn't free, but find a bench and enjoy the show. And sometimes the best attractions aren't attractions at all. So there you have it. 20 free things to do in Vancouver before or after your cruise. You can cross a suspension bridge, take a guided walking tour, hear the Vancouver Symphony Orchestra, watch some fireworks, go to a festival, catch an outdoor movie, visit an art gallery, explore Stanley Park, spend an afternoon at the beach, use free Wi-Fi, charge your phone, and maybe, if you're lucky, even find some free parking. And here's my biggest tip. Check what's happening in Vancouver on the exact dates that you're going to be here. If you're coming during cruise season, there's usually a good chance there'll be a concert, festival, outdoor movie, fireworks display, or some other special event happening in the city. So I've got a big question for you. What's the best free thing you've discovered in Vancouver? Put it in the comments below. And thank you for watching. Enjoy Vancouver and have an amazing cruise.